Welcome everyone, I am FK. I am doing this short tutorial to teach you how to join Discord, specifically how to come to the Street Epistemology server. You might find a link to join the server on one of the many Street Epistemology videos on YouTube, like this one by Michael Mead. If you scroll to the description, we'll see here's a link for the SE Discord. To join, we just click on it. Now we'll be presented with the option to choose a username. You can use your real name. If you want to remain anonymous, please choose something that will not identify you. I will just go with Happy Dragon because it sounds like a cool name for me. Create an account. Okay. You might need to complete some checks before you continue your usual internet stuff. Okay, seems like it's working. Okay, birthday. You would normally put something close to your real birthday. This is mostly like the only thing you should put that is close to your birthday is the age. This is mostly to discern between adults and minors. So okay, now the only thing that remains is email and password. Okay, once you have entered email and password, you will need to verify your account before you can use this server. So go to your email inbox and you should see you have a link from Discord. Click on the verify button. And okay, my email just got verified, so I can continue on Discord. You might get this if you have the desktop app installed, but we don't need that right now. So as you can see, I don't have anything on screen, but to continue I can just go to the Street Epistemology server by clicking here. If you have more servers, they will appear here on this side of the screen. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of things here. Oh, welcome Happy Dragon to Street Epistemology. Please go to the rules and guidelines to read the text rules. That sounds cool. Yeah, go ahead and read the rules. They're not very long. You would want, you have some hints as well as what happens on our server, some short information. The two main rules I will just shortly summarize is be kind and treat others charitably, even if they hold views or positions that you don't agree with. And we don't allow for not safe for work content or jokes that are about death or violence. Try and think of it as a child-friendly server, with the only exception being you are allowed to use more explicit language as long as it's not insulting anyone. Okay, it seems like I have to type !accept in the welcome channel. I can click here, or I can click here to go back to the channel. This is a list of channels. So if I go here, and if I type here on this box, !accept, and it doesn't seem to be working. So if you have any trouble at any moment, ask for help anywhere we can. Whereas I will do, hey, is this working? Oh, and it seems I have some help. Hi, Happy Dragon. Try typing like this, ? Oh, I should type it without spaces. Yeah, this is, totally forgot about this. This is one of the most common mistakes. You should actually type ? accept and then press enter. Or even better might be to go to the rules and copy this text so that you are basically sure not to make any mistakes. Of course, you have to be careful about your selection there as well. Both are valid ways to do it. And press enter. Okay, so as you can see, this worked because now we have access to a whole lot of more channels, as you can see here on the side. Okay, cool. I see now I'm in the general chat, which is usually where everyone lands. And you see here I have a notification. Everyone welcome Happy Dragon. Cool, that means it completely worked. Thank you, kind stranger, for helping me earlier. Please tell us a little bit about yourself in the Introduce Yourself channel. That sounds cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So if I click on that link, it will bring me here to the Introduce Yourself channel. You can change channels by clicking on them, like so. And you have different channels for different reasons. This is the Introduce Yourself channel. I would recommend anyone joining the server to write a very small description about themselves. Keep in mind to write things that are not too revealing. If you want to remain private, don't include things like your country or your name or things like that. I'll go ahead and type something really quickly, like so. And if you don't know what to type, you can read others and what they have said, and that might give you some inspirations to get to know some users, but also how to write your own introduction. If you meet other people on the server and maybe you want some background information, but you don't really want to ask them, you can also use the search functionality, which is quite powerful and interesting. So, for example, I think the person that helped me earlier is Michael. So what I can do is I can search here, like from the user Michael. So if I just do from Michael, it will show me every text message that Michael has entered on the server. By default, it will order Michael's messages from the newest. If you want to see the first messages he has written in the server, you can check old. And here we can see his first message is actually in the Introduce Yourself. Then he wrote about himself in the general chat and kept going from there. If someone can introduce themselves later and not be the first message. If you want to find messages in a specific channel, you can write in and colon and then type the name of the channel, in this case Introduce Yourself, and you will see it shows that as the only message. You can click on jump and it will scroll. No matter how far in time this happened, it will scroll to that message and you can read about Michael in this case. If you want to see his chats in other channels, general for example, you can do so, and you can do the same with every other channel. If you want to check pictures or links this user has sent, instead of using in, which is for channels, you can use has colon, and you can check all messages that have a link or an image. So let's check with link. Okay, here are all the links by Michael. We can also check has colon image, click, and we can see that he only has posted one image. This doesn't have to be from one specific user. If we remove Michael, it will show us all the images that are posted by all the users. You can search about all the links and so on, or links in a specific channel. So if you vaguely remember or is that someone posted a link somewhere, you can check all the links or check all the links in a specific channel. Like for example, all links in the general channel. So the search feature is very useful. This is applicable for you as well. Anything you type can be searched here. So be mindful if you type something that you might not want to be on the internet. A good rule of thumb if you're new to the internet is whatever you send to the internet will be there forever. So just keep that in mind if you're new to this. That's cool. One other thing that I really want, like I see people with like very cool pictures. Let's change the picture for myself as well. To do that, you can go to these user settings, the cog here on the left side, and upload avatar. And I have prepared a small happy dragon picture. That's nice. Yeah, I can move it around, show the horns. And don't forget to click Save Changes after you do any change. Okay, cool. Now I think I'm ready to like start engaging on the server. So what I can do is basically scroll up and down and I'll see different channels. If I see people on a voice channel, I can just go around and start engaging with people. If I see people online, you have two main types of voice channels: SE voice channels, as you can see, SE voice 1, SE voice 2, 3, 4, so on. And you also have lounge channels. The difference between the two is the lounge channels are more open, where you can have random conversations with anyone. The SE voice channels are one-on-one discussion channels. So if you find someone you want to have a discussion and you don't want others to interrupt, or you want to hear someone specifically about a specific topic, I advise you come here to the SE voice channel. On both these types of channels, you also have text channels associated with each channel. What I mean by that is, if you take a look, you see SE voice 1 here with the green heart. It has SE voice 1 text. So for example, if I join, if I join here, I can talk to people that might join me as well. And if I need to share a link or a picture with them, I will do so here in SE voice 1. So if I were in SE voice 2, like I just switched, I will use this text message. This helps keep, if there are multiple channels with people discussing in them, this helps keep things organized. So if anyone says, hey, I posted a link, if you want to follow that or read more about that, be sure to check the appropriate channel. Same here with the lounge channels. If you want to have text conversations, if voice isn't really something for you, you can start discussions in the general chat, where it's basically, as the name says, general chat. You can also have discussions on specific subjects, like in the subject channels, like for example, religion, philosophy, or veganism. You just come here and start having discussions with people. Yeah, you can do that at any moment. Same with SE text 1, SE text 2 and 3. Here, the same rules apply as the SE voice channels. You can come here and have a one-on-one discussion with someone. And if you see someone already engaging or typing with someone else, please don't intrude. You can watch the conversation. And if you have feedback for either user or just feedback in general for other people watching, please provide that to the SE text 1 feedback. So use the SE text channels for discussions and their corresponding feedback channels to give feedback on the conversation, or if you have any comment to add, so not to intrude and influence the conversation. Okay, we also have some events that we organize here. If you want to hear about different events, you can see so in the announcements, wherein you can see different things happening. You also have upcoming events where you might have people organizing different kind of activities, some of which might be recurring. If you want to get a notification when such activities happen, you can do so by getting yourself a role. To do that, you can go to the channel here that's called self-assign roles. If you forget what this is called, you can ask anyone on the chat. Most people know about this. So if you click there, you'll see some different colored roles. This is what we call the roles with a small @ sign. And if you want to get one of those roles, you only need to click the numbers below here. One example I can show you is, for example, if you speak a different language, such as French, Spanish, or German. Like for example, I speak French myself. I will go here and press the number 1 button. And what that would make is that it will show me some more channels here in French, like these. Général, Histoire, Politique, Entraînement. So if you don't speak any of those languages, or if you don't want to engage in those channels, you can go back at any moment and revoke that role. Where and how you can see those roles is, if I were to go back, for example, in the Introduce Yourself channel, I can see if I click my name, it will show that I am a member because I accepted the rules. But now I also have the Francophone role, which I have as a French speaker. You can see other people as well that might have different roles depending on what they've clicked on those channels. So for example, you can see this user is a German speaker. Now, what are these text chat, voice chat roles? This is interesting because those are roles to get notifications when you want to practice. So, for example, if I want to practice street epistemology with someone or have a discussion with someone, I can go, like, for example, in SE Voice 5 and say, hello, does anyone want to now practice SE? But I will preface it with the @ sign, which is specific to Discord. And if I start to write practice, you see here, practice SE in green. And it says here, it will notify users with this role. So if I click here, anyone, like maybe Michael, that have this role, which again, if you remember, they got by clicking on the self-assign roles, like this. If I send that, people might get a notification on their phones or computers, depending on what they use. And so if I go back, hello, does anyone want to practice SC? I want to talk about going vegan. That might be something I might be interested in. Now that I enter that, it will send the notification to other users. Hi, yes, oh cool, okay, let's go and talk to this user. Let's see if they want to engage. So now they wouldn't be able to hear me. I have to click here to unmute. Hello, can you hear me, Michael?
Yeah, hey, Happy Dragon. Would you like me to interview a client you have?
Yeah, I would love to. Let me just finish this quick recording I'm doing, and I'll be right back to you in like 5 minutes. Deal?
Okay, no worries.
Fantastic. Okay, to disconnect from the voice chat, I can use this disconnect button. Okay, cool. And I can come back. I see Michael is connected here, so I can jump in whenever I see him, not only when I invite him. And actually, I suggest you do that instead of pinging the role. See if there is one around, go on the channel and just say hello. Most people here, they're very kind and eager to talk to and meet new people. Every so often, we get some more disrespectful users. That happens. We have new users joining every day. So if that happens, you can ask them, hey, to be more polite. And if they still continue to be disrespectful, I would advise you to disengage and report it to the moderators. To report such users or any other things you think needs attention of the admins and moderators, you should go to create ticket channel, which is here right above introduce yourself. So you can go here, as it says, click on the button below here, and once you do, it will create a new ticket, as you just saw, and it says here, welcome, please let us know why you opened the ticket, and the mod team will get back to you. I'll say, hello. Just like any other reporting, I would write something short and sweet. So I would say, I was talking to Michael, and he was too nice. How can someone be so kind? Okay, this is just an example, and other mods might be reacting to this. It might take up to 5 minutes or maybe more, depending on time of the day or day of the week. The mods here are volunteers, so depending on availability, you might get a response sooner or later. Feel free to come back at a later moment and to see what was done with the report. Once you are satisfied with your response, you can go ahead and close the ticket. And that will mark it as complete. And that's basically all you need. Don't forget, please, to include what happened specifically, which channel, the name of the user, provide all the information that's needed for the moderators to take action on that. As a long-term user here, I will say that will only happen very rarely, so you won't need to take such actions, most likely. With that, that's basically all you need to get started on this wonderful community. If you stay just around a bit more, I will give you a couple of tips to make your Discord experience better. One of the first things I suggest you do, especially if you install Discord on your phone, for which I might do another tutorial later, is to stop notifications. On every channel you see here, you might get notifications. Everyone that writes something like, for example, you see this small white circle here, it tells me, oh, someone just wrote a new message on this channel. And in a community of almost 5,000 members, you might get a lot of notifications. To change that, you can go here on the top left where it says Treat Epistemology, and you can change the notification setting. Okay, in the notification settings, if you want to stop any notifications, you can mute the server completely until you turn it back on, or you can mute it for like 24 hours if like you have work to do and don't want to be distracted by people. If you do that, you will not get the notifications for the events and such. So that's why I would suggest you keep these only mentions turned on. You might have it in all messages, but this is the one I would suggest so that people can mention you or invite you to practice and so on. You might also want to disable mobile push notifications. Otherwise, it might send you all kinds of notifications. Try and like experiment to see what works for you. I will keep mobile notifications on myself and see if I can change the settings on the phone. Again, it's a bit tricky on the phone. That's why I might do another video on this. Another quick trick, because there are so many channels here, an easy way to navigate between them is on a computer. On a Windows computer, you do Control K. You can do the same on a Mac by using Command and K. So you can just type, so introduce yourself. Even though I misspelled it, it was still able to find it. And I'll go instantly into Introduce Yourself channel. Cool. If I want to go to the vegan channel, okay, I can find it very easily. So that's one pro tip from me as to how you can navigate different channels much quickly than scrolling through this large list. And with that, that's all that I have for you today. I hope to see you on the server. Feel free to message me. My real Discord name is FK. If you need any help for something, feel free to ask on any channel and you'll get help from either staff or another amazing member of our community. I hope to see you there.